What up in this John, it's your boy Ibskelso coming back with another MX Bikes banger. Now before you adjust your phone brightness or change your minor settings, yes I am black. We're playing a dirt bike game. Today we are at STEEZY's MX of 2024 San Francisco round 2. I gotta say, I gotta give it out to him. When he made A1 2024, it got me more than enough ready to be able to run, I don't know, just like consistent laps. And it's better that I knew the track layout. I think the biggest thing that you can gather from playing this game is map knowledge and understand what you're doing. And it may have not been the one-to-one scaling of what Stone Rider does, but man, did it like set me up for the future, dude. And I gotta give it to him, dude. I feel like you can get that triple in. Now I have run a couple laps on here. I think I'm still trying to figure out this little section right here. I think I want to do triple in, or I feel like it's a triple in or something like that instead of a double in. But I mean, it's really something really great. But with that being said, I got to give it to STEEZY a lot. These tracks might not be one-to-one scaling, but it definitely sets you up for knowing the map knowledge. And you don't need like a really, you know, heart-to-heart knowing like, yo, like I need this track like to be perfect. I need it to be almost close to Stone Rider. No, because you can see how wider this one is, and especially Anaheim 1 was wider. And it kind of is just like, you know, like a practice test setup, you know, like I don't know how to explain that, like to where everything's a little bit wider, you get a little bit more space to work with. That way you kind of get it down packed to, it's like, okay, bet you know that things are going to be nice and tight when a Stone Rider track comes out for aerials, so you want to start cutting down and kind of playing with less and less, like more less of the track as it happens. So you'll start to realize, well, you'll probably cut down a little bit more, get ready for stuff like that, because it's not going to be like that huge berm as you know Stone Rider likes to put it in. So you got to really understand and be like, you know what, maybe there's also some lines in here that Stone Rider might be adding to where it's like 250 can't hit, or you know, vice versa. But I personally think, ooh, this is actually a good line. Okay, I think that was a pretty good line. The way he scaled that other jump in there, you can't really send over it. I'm probably a 450 can, which I will hop on a 450 here soon, but I am on the HUSQVARNA 250. But yeah, like I said, like scaling will be completely different, but at least you get a good amount of track knowledge coming off of this. So if you guys are looking to pick this track up, like I said, like it's not going to be the Stone Rider version, but it is something for you to get your feet wet and for you to just learn. Yeah, I like it. Honestly, I got to give a huge shout out to know that he like set me up so much. So yeah, this is San Francisco, man. I'm going to be throwing some laps down. I felt like my progression in Supercross has progressed a lot, and now that like I'm really starting to ride a little bit better and really understand the game, it's huge for me, man. Like I see myself just getting a little bit better every day and learning a little bit more and more, especially in Supercross. So trying to show you guys the brighter side of greatness here. And I gotta always say, man, thank you so much, STEEZY, for just putting me into your tracks. Shout out with that easy mode, man. I think that's why I stick with it. I don't care like what other tracks look better than yours and this and that. It's all about, you know, like who's really sticking there by your side and, you know, supporting you, you know. I'd rather have support, knowing that you're, you know, me and you are supporting each other, than kind of going to somebody that's not really supporting me right back. So that's always a huge bonus. Ooh, see, I got to remember taking that line in here. So yeah, with that being said, I mean, like it doesn't need to be the best scaling, because at the end of the day, it's just something for you to get your feet wet. So that way, when you do get to Supercross, you know, when Friday comes and you sign up, you at least know the track knowledge. Now, all you got to do is get accustomed to what the scaling is on there, and then boom, you're golden. So, because I remember when I got off work, dude, I had 30 minutes to practice. Now, I granted, we had a whole extra 22 hours, but man, when I got off of work, I was racing home, and I was like, yo, like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to qualify, dude. I got 30 minutes, but then as soon as I hopped on that track, dude, everything just started clicking with me, and I was like, yo, wait a second. This is basically like literally what STEEZY had brought out, you know? Maybe the scaling's a little different. There's maybe different jumps you can hit. Absolutely. And I was like, yo, all right, bet, too easy for me, man. Like that's a dub. And literally took me maybe like 3-4 laps to actually be like, okay, bet, I know what I need to do here. Triple here, quad this, maybe this. And I really actually didn't hit no quads the whole time during qualifying. I hit no quads, dude. I literally was just so consistent because I knew the track layout. Like I was putting down stuff. So with that being said, it really just comes down to being able to put down as much burners and laps that you can in here and feel for it, you know. I do like that triple in. I think I'm gonna have to go for that triple again. And then I know you can't get over this, just the way the lips like kind of facing out on it. It's just not possible. So Yeah, I guess the only constructive criticism I could say feedback wise, which really isn't bad, is that you know, STEEZY just overscales, or not overscales, he makes the tracks way bigger. Like this right here is completely like wider than what Stone Rider would make for the aerial season. But like I said, this is for practice. This isn't for you to literally get the one-to-one scaling. So I guess like that's the only constructive criticism, is if you wanted to, you know, tone it down to where it's like you don't have to make it this huge, to where it's like maybe we could practice, I mean, you know, practice a little bit less of a track, like lesser track, where we gotta like really, you know, focus on our lines. That's probably the only thing. And then also coming into the sand section, it just feels abruptly or whatever, abruptly. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but to where it's almost like you're getting in it, but it's like knocking you to where you're like fighting for your life. That's probably the only two spots I could say that's really messing up. And then yeah, just the big corners, these big ball corners, they're just very slippery as you come up. It's easy to front to tuck, so you got to be really careful with throttle control. But I hope a lot of you guys pick this track up. Link will be down in the description below. And yeah, I'll stay sticking with STEEZY, man. He said he's coming out with all these tracks every week. So you literally keep supporting me with the easy mode, man. I'm gonna keep coming, cranking it back, right back, and hopefully the Ibskelso community supports right there automatically. But you're not gonna see me change up of the team just because, you know, you might not have the scaling correctly, and maybe your track doesn't look absolutely probably the most prettiest, but it's a stepping stone for me to get used to, and that's all I need, because I promise you I looked like an absolute beast out there for Anaheim 1 because of this track. So oh, you can actually get over that. Hold on, I lied. Let's go. Okay, never mind. I just needed to do it correctly. That was actually a good line. I wonder what a quad would look like in here. I really do want to get on a 450 and see if I'd be able to run anything like different in that section, because last time for Anaheim 1 when he came out with it, you weren't able to do any extra lines during the real big rhythm section. But then when you got the Stone Rider, like I said, the actual scaling, you were able to quad with a 450, and then, you know, etc. You were able to do a triple and quad, but you weren't able to do that on Anaheim 1 of his. So like I said, like, at least you know the track layout, scaling will probably change. So then when you actually get there, you're like, yo, okay, I was doing this. Wait a second, I think my bike can do this. That's always going to be a dub, and that's always going to improve your gameplay. You already know the regular line. Now we go for a little extra because you know you feel comfortable with that line. So it's a huge dub, man. Do one more lap, and then let's work on heading our way to the 450 or something like that. I don't know, possibly. So like, yeah, like I said, like you probably don't even need to use all that burn. Scrub, jump over this table, triple over this table, and then a double out. That's looking real good if I can actually get it correctly. And then, I mean, I was really close. I'm just casing it. And then same thing here. So basically, if I don't mess up that first section, I can actually go pretty crazy in here. But yeah, let's just go over to the 450 now. All right, so now since we're on the 450, we are on the KTM 450. Once again, shout out to HSM for this amazing graphics kit. If anybody is not yet signed up, link will be down in the description below for you guys to go sign up, go join their Discord. And yeah, dude, sign up for round 2, man. Hopefully you guys try to. I know the tracks are $1.50, but you know, if you guys have really been progressing in that, how should I say, Supercross, dude, I'm telling you, it is so worth it, man. And it's just a great vibe over there. It was really fun my first round, being able to, you know, kind of just being able to, the fact that they let me, you know, commentate the LCQ, that was really cool, and kind of just show my point of view. Shout out to Cupcake, man. I knew he was sick. Oh, that was on me. I literally did too much art throttle too quick. But shout out to Cupcake, man. I knew he was sick, dude, and I was glad to just be able to, you know, step up. I did make it all the way to the main, so I was only able to, you know, kind of give my point of view of, you know, commentating the LCQ. But it was really fun for my first time ever. So yeah, really huge over there. But as I progressed through this 450 stuff, like I said, the only thing that I would say as time goes on, STEEZY, is just fix the sand. It's almost like you literally get kicked out and you have to fight for your life getting into the sand. So, but that's something I can work with, and if I need to slow down, I can slow down. But that's really it. I mean, just the sand needing fixed up. So, and you might be a quad completely through that if you hit that correctly. I don't know. That's pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, I mean, the track runs great. It's really good practice for me, and knowing that I'm an amateur, I would say I don't really need anything super extra scaled and for me to struggle. I want something to where it's like I would just need to learn the track. Like, you know, I just want to learn the track. That way when I actually be able to get on the track, it looks familiar to me. Ooh, you could possibly quad in that. Holy cow. That was a great bounce though. Yeah, that's my hugest thing, just being in an amateur's footsteps. I'm not looking for anything super taxing. I'm just looking for something to where it's like I can practice. Like, this is my practice facility, you know? I literally am able to get on the track and be like, yep, this is all I need. This is what I want. I want wider berms, this and that. That way I can focus on having more space. Then when it's time to crunch down, I focus more on, you know, actually compressing my laps together. So I don't know, I mean, anybody with that different everybody has different mindsets, you know. As you progress maybe and become a bigger pro and all that, maybe you want that harder facility to practice on. But me personally right now, dude, I just want something to where like I can literally learn the map knowledge, because I think that's the biggest thing is being an amateur. We have harder times learning a track, you know, learning a track over time, because technically how it's put down, right? You know, pros have to learn a whole like track within 30 minutes or so and then try to qualify for it. You know, we get more time because we need more time. We're not at that pro level. So with that being said, I want to get down as much time as, you know, understanding map knowledge. Like, this is the exact replica of what's going to go on. Maybe one thing might be switched here and there, but that's it, dude. Like, if you really think about that, that's all I need is just to understand what lines are being taken, and then when the scaling comes out, boom, we'll just work with it. So I think take that with a grain of salt. Don't be looking for absolutely insane kind of lines, but it all depends on just who you are. If you're looking for that more little extra valuable, you know, tracks, then yeah, definitely go look for a harder track out there. But if you're an amateur and you're out here just wanting to get your feet wet and get map knowledge because you want to feel comfortable when round 2 comes out, because I felt nothing but comfortable as soon as I got on that track due to STEEZY. So yeah, definitely. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. You see, it doesn't matter whether I lean forward or backwards. I'll go again. Doesn't matter whether I lean forward or backwards. It literally hits me every time. So maybe I'll just, maybe I got to stick to the outside part, because you see the little dip too. This is literally the only spot that I could say that definitely needs to just be worked on. But yeah, you can just see every time you get to the sand, you're just like, you either no traction and you're literally just fighting for your life. So if that's the only complaint with sand, is at the end of the day a super hard thing to get down in this track at all, anybody would tell you, man, perfecting sand is a super hard thing to do. But knowing STEEZY, he's gonna look at this and be like, you know what, I can get better at that, man. I got 17 rounds to get through, and there's gonna be a lot more sand through them. So I know he's gonna get it. So at the end of the day, that's cool with me. I know that, you know, I can always just go right back on round 1 if I need to practice my sand and, you know, get through there. So it's a tricky situation, but we're there, you know. Tricky situation, but we're there. But man, so far the KTM feels great. If that's the only spot that I'm messing up and I'm not even really cooking through the whoops are fine. So we're chilling, dude. Yeah, I really wonder if you can get literally quad in that, dude. I feel like you can quad in that if you get a right line. I'm still an amateur. I probably just don't know the line to do yet. But I know the triple in, which I messed up again. But I'm gonna have to play with this definitely off camera, like throughout the time, especially if I can get some people on for some servers, probably tonight or tomorrow. Probably won't show that footage unless I actually am able to get a couple people on. It'll probably be last minute. But tomorrow when I get off work, I'll be like, yo, who wants to run some round 2 San Francisco on STEEZY, and hopefully we get some really good prep. Like, this is the track for you guys to be preparing on, especially if you guys are looking for something like that. Okay, that was just it. Okay, let me just come in very slow. I guess you can't come in Mach 10 on the sand. Don't come Mach 10 on the sand. If you guys are watching, don't come Mach 10 on the sand. No kizzy. But I like it. I wonder if, yeah, I feel like you can do a quad in there if you kept a lot of corner speed. You just got to be careful because these burns will make you front tuck. So it's probably the only thing, but it's really cool, man. I want to get down, man. I'm already at a 117. I already beat like my 250 time, but man, dude, the 450s literally just like move like butter. Literally move like butter. I wonder if table on and table off is a better line, because I'm jumping over the table. I wonder if table on and then table off is viable, more viable, but like the line I'm hitting, I feel like is the bigger line. Like, you definitely want to get over this table, but I feel like what's it like a table on, and boom, you basically almost quad out. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, because I mean, you double out, you don't want to single out. That's probably like a real single out, but really you don't want to single out. You'd rather, I don't know, dude, would you rather single out or double out? What would be faster, being able to double out or single? I don't know which one you'd be able to scrub harder and do that. Like I said, I'm still in my amateur learning brain, but I don't know. But yeah, whoops aren't bad either, man. This is really good practice. What's crazy is that the whoops here, when I was practicing, was almost identical to when I actually got on Stone Rider's whoops. They're not bad. Like both aren't bad. It's really just having the setup, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, that's gonna conclude it for me. If you guys don't have anything else for me, I mean, you guys can't really say anything to me right now other than in the comment section, but I think, oh, you can quad. Okay, if you kept a lot of speed, you could quad. Man, there's gonna be some fun lines in here. And I also just wanted to point this out real quick before the video ends. Dude, this is a huge W. Thank you so much for just putting this on the track, bro. That's absolutely sick. That is absolutely a dub, man. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully you guys pick this track up free on MXB mods, man. Just click the link down below and get your practice in. I promise it'll pay off. It does not have to be one-to-one scaling to what Stone Rider's pulling out. You just need to be able to ride, baby. It's your boy Ibskelso. I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Thank you so much, Steezy. It's your boy. Peace.